Toyota, which has always been known as the most profitable car company, has now fallen from the prize-awarding platform after topping the global car company's net profit ranking for 3 consecutive years. According to data released by Toyota Motor, in the first quarter of this year, Toyota Motor's operating profit was 463.86 billion yen, down 33% year-on-year, and it still failed to reverse the situation in the second quarter. The company's second quarter net profit was 736.8 billion yen, down 18% year-on-year, and the operating profit was 578.6 billion yen, down 42% year-on-year. For the profit decline, Toyota blamed soaring raw material prices, supply chain chaos, difficulty in sourcing parts, and a shortage of semiconductors. However, with the wave of electrification sweeping the world, is this really the case? Hi, everyone. Welcome to Auto Age. Now you are on the journey to look back at every change in the car, witness every surge in speed, and explore the mystery behind the car. Before we started today's video, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Okay, let's get started. 1. Toyota is the top seller, but its net profit is overtaken by BMW and VW. In the era of fuel vehicles, Toyota is a well-deserved king and is the top seller in the global auto market for many years. The Toyota Group, which includes brands such as Toyota, Lexus, Daihatsu, and Hino, sold a total of 5.1378 million vehicles in the first half of the year. Among them, Toyota plus Lexus sold 4.699 million units, Daihatsu sold 361,100 units, and Hino sold 77,700 units. In the first half of the year, Toyota once again won the global sales championship with an absolute advantage of 1.26 million units ahead of the Volkswagen Group. However, as powerful as Toyota, it has also fallen into a vicious circle of increasing revenue without increasing profits. In the first half of the year, Toyota's revenue increased by 6% year-on-year to 16.6 trillion yen, and its net profit was 1.27 trillion yen, down 24% year-on-year. It lost to BMW and Volkswagen, ranking third among global car companies. Regarding the removal of the title of Most Profitable Car Company, Toyota explained in its earnings report that despite the positive foreign exchange impact of a weak yen, supply constraints and rising raw material prices have led to a decline in profits. It was mainly due to the higher prices paid by its suppliers for fuel, transportation, etc., and the higher material costs caused a loss of 315 billion yen in operating profit for the quarter, accounting for about half of the actual operating profit. Toyota's largest sales market, the North American market, has dragged down Toyota's performance to a certain extent. Data show that in the first half of the year, Toyota sold 1.22 million vehicles in North America, a year-on-year decrease of 17%, and its operating profit fell as much as 94% year-on-year to 14.5 billion yen. Its sales in Japan were 650,000 units, a year-on-year decrease of 19%, and operating profit fell 35% year-on-year to 336.7 billion yen. Only the Asian region, excluding the Japanese market, achieved sales growth, with a total of 1.56 million units sold, and operating profit increased by 27.7% year-on-year to 212.7 billion yen. Although operating profit nearly halved in the second quarter of this year, Toyota remains optimistic about fiscal 2023, April 2022 to March 2023. Toyota raised its previous revenue forecast from 33 trillion yen to 34.5 trillion yen and maintained its operating profit forecast of 2.4 trillion yen for the current fiscal year, but the operating profit margin was lowered to 7% from the previous 7.3%. 2. Tesla accelerates to catch up. It is worth mentioning that with the rise of electric vehicles, the moat built by Toyota in the era of fuel vehicles is no longer unattainable. In the first half of 2022, the retail sales of new energy vehicles in China reached 2.6 million, a year-on-year increase of 120%, and the market share reached 21.6%, continuing the high growth trend since 2021. BYD, the top seller, sold 633,000 new energy vehicles in the first half of the year, increasing 317% year-on-year, ranking first in the world. Tesla also sold 564,000 electric vehicles globally in the first half of the year. However, in the face of the electrification wave, Toyota was so hesitated. On December 17, 2020, Toyota chief Akio Toyoda said that electric vehicles are more polluting than fuel vehicles. Because Japan mainly relies on coal and natural gas for power generation, the more electric vehicles are produced, the more serious the carbon dioxide emissions will be. In September 2021, Akio Toyoda criticized electric vehicles again, arguing that by 2030 pure electric vehicles will cost Japan 5.5 million jobs and 8 million vehicle production. Moreover, Japan's goal of achieving carbon neutrality by promoting pure electric vehicles by 2050 is unrealistic, which will cause a blow to the Japanese economy. Akio Toyoda once said, "To achieve carbon neutrality, the enemy is carbon dioxide, not the internal combustion engine." Therefore, as early as 2014, Toyota launched the Mirai, the first-generation hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicle. However, the high cost of hydrogen power and few responders have dragged down Toyota's market performance to a certain extent. In the era of electrification, latecomers are catching up very fast. Toyota Group sold a total of 5.1378 million vehicles in the first half of the year, with a net profit of $9.48 billion, while Tesla sold 564,000 electric vehicles globally in the first half of the year, with a net profit of $5.578 billion. In other words, although Toyota sold about 4.5738 million more cars than Tesla, its net profit was only 1.7 times that of Tesla. 3. The battery electric transition went bad. At the end of 2021, Toyota seems to finally be determined to embark on the battery electric track, launching 15 new models in one go. However, Toyota's electrification journey has not been smooth. In June this year, Toyota's first battery electric platform Model B Z4X, which was launched overseas for only 2 months, initiated a recall because the problem with the bolts connecting the wheels may cause the tires to fall off. The recall involves about 2,700 BZ4XS, of which 2,200 are sold in Europe, 280 are sold in North America, and 110 are sold in Japan. Toyota offered 2 solutions to customers. One is to provide owners with compensation such as a mobility scooter and a $5,000 credit, free charging through 2024 and an extended warranty policy from the start of the recall until the remedy is announced. The other is for Toyota to buy back the vehicle for the full amount. However, in the face of a poor start to the first half of the year, Toyota still remains optimistic. Toyota said it expects production to accelerate from August 2022 as the chip shortage eases. It is still confident that it will produce 9.7 million vehicles in the year ending March 31 next year, keeping the global annual sales of 10.7 million vehicles, April 2022 to March 2023, unchanged, of which 31% are new energy vehicles. Revenue will be raised to 34.5 trillion yen from 33 trillion yen forecast at the beginning of the fiscal year. Fiscal year net profit will be raised 4% to 2.36 trillion yen. In short, at present, Toyota does not seem to be too worried about temporary gains and losses. After all, Toyota's sales are still the first in the world. After betting on battery electric vehicles, how Toyota performs remains to be tested by the market. Okay, that's all for today. Please put your comments below, and share your insightful ideas with other people. Do you want to learn about more auto stories? Please keep following our channel and like our videos. Thank you so much for your continuous support. Your precious time with us is highly appreciated. See you.